Okay, sorry student for the interruption. Now let us recall what we have learned till now, please. This is the ray of light. I said you the straight path of the light. This is the straight path of the light is known as ray of light. If you use, you can write, okay. The straight path of the light is called ray of light. The bundle of ray of light is known as beam of light. These are the bundles, many. Okay. Then we have discussed, then object is visible when light fall on the object and reflect back to our eyes. You know that. Now light can travel without medium. Everyone knows this one also. Light can travel without medium. Now we have discussed about reflection of light. The start of our this chapter, class 10, reflection of light. What is reflection of light? The bouncing back of light. This is the bouncing back, like ball bounce back. The bouncing back of light when it fall on any surface. Bouncing back of light when it fall on any surface is known as reflection of light. So the ray of light which fall on the surface is called incident ray. The ray of light which bounce back from the surface is known as reflected ray. And this point is known as point of incidence. See, everyone, this point is known as the point of incidence. So the point where the incident ray falls on the surface is known as point of incidence. The point where the incident ray fall on the surface is known as a point of incidence. At this point, if we draw a perpendicular line, it is not ray, line we draw. This is known as normal. So what is normal? Listen nicely. Normal. It is a perpendicular line. Okay. It is a imaginary. Okay. Remember it. It is an imaginary. It is an imaginary perpendicular line drawn at the point of incidence perpendicular to the mirror. Perpendicular to whom? The mirror. Okay. So this you can write the definition of normal as normal an imaginary line perpendicular to the surface at the point of incidence. At the point of incidence, it should be here. Now see here, an angle is formed. Can you see this angle? This angle is between incident ray and normal. This angle is known as angle of incidence, denoted by small I. So what is the angle of incidence? It is the angle between incident ray and normal. It's called angle of incidence. And this angle, you see, it is the angle between reflected ray and normal. It is known as, this angle is known as angle of reflection, denoted by R. Remember? So what is angle of reflection? Angle between reflected ray and normal is known as angle of reflection. Now there are two laws of reflection you know in class 8 also. Please remember it from class 8, recall it. Number 1, please remember, this angle of incidence and angle of reflection are always equal. You don't write like this way in exam. You should write in the language that the angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. If it is 30 degree, this is have to be 30 degree. If it is 50 degree, this angle have to be 50 degree. Okay. So first law, what is the first law? The angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. Okay. Number 2, see, the incident ray, reflected ray and normal all lie in the same plane. All lie in the same plane at where? At the point of incidence. At the point of incidence. For example, see, this is the mirror.